Congratulations, Logan B. You are the fastest trigger in the West. One of the most common comments I read consists of pretty much the following. Do you think silver will dip because I want to get more, or I want silver to fall some more so I can get some? Today, let's discuss, should you even be buying the silver dips? Most recent update on metals prices, we have gold closing out at $4,232, silver at $58.14, platinum at $1,645, and palladium at $1,440. Now, I get it. We're looking at these crazy silver prices, tapping at $59 an ounce recently. We've had it fall sometimes up to 2.3 to 4% in one single day. And for some people, this could spell the biggest opportunity out there to pick up your favorite precious metal at a great discount. Well, a discount, I guess, relative to where it's been in the last week or two, not a discount where it was 2 years ago. I think at this point, we need to learn to accept volatility of a couple percent. That's the new norm. There's bad news, there's good news with silver, right? Things shift up and down. But I have some really interesting news to tell you. Maybe some of you have looked at this, but if you track the SLV and the S&P 500, I'll show a chart right here on the screen. What you're going to see is that they are tracking almost hand in hand. Now, gold is lagging in the percentage department, but what this is indicating to me is that most likely these large hedge fund, large institutions have added silver to their entire portfolio to the point where they are simply trading them in the same exact way they are trading the general market. I would expect that this is going to continue until some point in the distant future when possibly metals are no longer as interesting, exciting, and desirable. I don't know how long that would be, you tell me. And then they decouple finally from these portfolios. Now, I'm not talking this is a couple $100,000 or a couple $1 million that's moving these in the same directions. To move these markets in parallel like this takes billions and billions, if not trillions of dollars, where these micro movements for these funds can make profit on the ups and downs as they kind of shift the market. Now, I don't say this to alarm you, but now is really when you need to consider the most important question of all. Why are you buying precious metals, in particular silver? Our friend Kalilo on another channel asked this question, and that is probably the most important question you can ask yourself every so often. Why are you purchasing these metals? If you don't mind, take a second, leave a comment. Let me know what your why is for why you accumulate silver, and I'll take a second to kind of dig into one of my bigger ones as well. If your why doesn't affect your decision making based on the price of silver, whether it's high or low, then I would say you're probably somebody who's poised and in the position to constantly accumulate as long as you can and as much as you can when it makes sense for you. If your why is some sort of short-term investment trader type situation, then you need to really do a lot more consideration of these price changes and really plan your strategies out a lot more than those of us who are just simply stacking this for a more, I guess, fundamental, foundational reason. Now, here's kind of one of the reasons why I might be stacking a ton of silver like this, or trying to stack a lot of silver like this, is quite honestly, I don't trust the banks to hold my entire net worth, right? I've had enough experiences with banks, ATM withdrawal limitations per day, having to fill out particular forms because you want to just withdraw money to go buy a tractor or a truck, right? Internet outages that have recently caused banking to collapse, where you can't pay your bills, you can't withdraw money, you can't even check your bank account to verify that your money is still being recorded properly. Simple load on these banks, whether it's foot traffic or internet traffic. If a whole bunch of people go to withdraw money at the exact same time, that's going to put stress on the system, which could cause you to have limitations to how much money you can withdraw of your own money. These are the things that kind of push me away from having all of my money in digital accounts. We've got the central bank digital currencies being spouted out there. We've got real IDs and digital IDs. We've got social credit scores being spun up across the country. This stuff, these issues are what make me want to absolutely get out of the digital system a lot more and shift my wealth into things that protect me when other digital areas fail. Another thing about buying the dip is you gotta have something to buy the dip with, right? You can't have 100% of your net worth or 100% of your savings built into the thing you're trying to accumulate. The wealthy, the reason that they're able to, the rich get richer, is because they always at all times have either highly liquid assets that they can trade or divest or take collateralized loans against that can help them purchase future opportunities when they arise, right? If silver dips a couple, a couple dollars or $10, and I feel like it's a great buying opportunity, I need the dry powder or something tangible that I can trade for dry powder quickly, that I can go out there and make that purchase and feel good about taking advantage of that opportunity. So as much as we like to discount and discredit cash is our most trusted vehicle as of today in the United States as a form of trade for any good and service that exists in our nation. So we do still need to have our dry powder ready, available, and have access to it. And that's why, again, I think you should have not only a silver and gold and precious metal stack, but I think you should also have a stack of enough cash to get you through whatever you think you're preparing for, whether you need to travel with it to get out of Dodge, or you need to have enough cash to possibly barter until a real barter system happens, whatever. Again, or maybe you're just trying to cover your bills or cover some expenses for if a bank collapses for a few weeks and you can't access your other assets. So there's a lot of scenarios right there that we could just go through, but these are the things that like you have to think about. What is your why? Why do you have metals? Why do you have cash on the sidelines? And if dips up and down don't affect that reasoning or what you're trying to accomplish with this, then absolutely, I think you should be buying dips because you're just getting a better opportunity to get what you already want at a better price. I guess that's really it. I'm going to keep rambling if I keep going, but so should you buy the dip? Yeah, absolutely. If silver fits your long-term goals and your short-term goals, yes, if you have the dry powder or something tangible to trade to actually make those transactions when they come up on that day. And yes, if you believe silver is just getting started, baby. All right, keep stacking out there, boys. Appreciate you watching. Hope you have a fantastic, blessed weekend, and I will catch you on the next one. Oh, but yeah, by the way, if you care out there, I'll be traveling to Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, I don't know, somewhere in Delaware, Newark, New Jersey, be hitting up New York, and then a nice little coin shop I'm going to check out called the Happy Coin in Connecticut this weekend. So maybe I'll get some pictures and some experiences to talk about when I get back. All right, stay strong. Peace out.